The story of the raising of Lazarus from the dead is one of the most dramatic and well-known passages of Scripture. It's found in John chapter 11, and it's full of insights into the nature, the character of Jesus, and I'll offer just one here. The words of Jesus often mean more than we understand, probably as a result of our imperfect faith. But Jesus never compromised the truth or lessened it, but he spoke in such a way that everyone, at whatever stage their faith had reached, could receive something. Now, when Jesus heard that Lazarus was sick, he responded, "This sickness is not unto death, but for the glory of God, that the Son of God might be glorified by it." Now, what did the disciples hear what did they understand when Jesus spoke these words? Certainly not that Lazarus was going to die and that Jesus was going to raise him from the dead. We know that the way the story goes on. They would almost certainly have understood that Lazarus was not going to die at all, but would recover as a result of Jesus' prayers from a distance. And that would have explained why Jesus remained where he was for another 2 days. His prayers had been answered. God and his Son were glorified. That's probably, almost certainly, what the disciples were expecting. 2 days later, Jesus had to explain to them that Lazarus had, in the meantime, died. Yet for some reason, he was still intending on going to the family in Bethany, no doubt to pay his respects. And so here's the point. Jesus and his words are more wonderful than we usually expect. We don't hear them correctly because of our imperfect faith. And the interesting thing is that Jesus words things in such a way as to allow for interpretation according to our level of faith. That again is his immense grace. He has said these words, "This sickness is not unto death." Now, he obviously meant that even if Lazarus died, he would raise him from the dead. Or, even if Lazarus died, his eternal security was in good hands. Lazarus wouldn't die eternally. But their thinking was too small. They could never begin to suspect that he meant resurrection. Jesus and his words are more wonderful than our hearing can receive. Do you remember when Jesus later on told them that he himself would rise from the dead, and they discussed what rising from the dead could possibly mean? Well, it means rising from the dead. May God help us to hear the words of Jesus in all their greatness and power.